Hi everybody, it's the Intuitive Healer, and today I'll be doing a reading for the sign of Aries. So let's go ahead and tune your energy, Aries. All right, for those of you stopping by for the very first time, welcome to the channel. And for those of you already part of the Intuitive Healer Tarot family, well, welcome back, my lovelies. So good to have you. Thank you so much for your support and all your donations. I appreciate you guys a lot. And I can't do what I do without you. So I honor you guys and your journey. All right, Aries, so let's go ahead and create an opening here and drop into prayer and see what kind of messages we have today for the sign of Aries. All right, ascended masters, angels, and guides, those who have crossed over, please guide me the highest and best messages for the sign of Aries. Please and thank you. Blessed be. It is done. So it is. All right, so I did have one card come out first, but I kind of feel like there's a couple more cards here. They're going to pop out that have something to do with this one. All right, so what I'm going to start out here with, and I hate to start off with the hostilities card, but there is this underlying energy around a situation that was very toxic. The hostilities card comes in and says that there was a situation where, you know, things were getting fueled all the time. Maybe there was a situation, Aries, where you were feeling the fire or they were feeling the fire. You guys would get in these conversations, or I would say altercations, and things would feel. So we do have our third eye chakra that comes up here. This is a number 6 card. It says the frequency of the third eye chakra, the indigo flower of life, supports our intuition and our inner knowing, our imagination and our psychic powers. So I think that there was an awakening with this situation here, Aries. And I think what kind of transpired here is that you realized at some point, whoever, you know, is watching, cross-watcher, male or female, whoever this is pertaining to, I think that you kind of barely got out of that situation. And now I think you're going back to the situation because there's this intuition, this inner knowing that something transpired that really wasn't healthy for you, even though you were super saturated in love with this person. Now, the first chakra, which is the root chakra, Archangel Michael, the sacral chakra comes in and talks about creation. Maybe you had children with them, or maybe they had children. And, you know, I think that there was a super connection here. Maybe there was some fueled fire all the time because maybe we were talking about children or a business endeavor that you guys had built together. I do see it somehow, some way of like building something together. And maybe you guys were building a business together. Maybe you guys dropped into a space where you're able to create a whole lot of stuff. And, you know, money transforms people. Money changes people. And I think, Aries, you know, there were points in the relationship where you were like, I just don't even care about the money anymore. It's my peace of mind that I need right now. So, Aries, I really, truly believe that, you know, here we go with the door to spirit. This talks about you having this higher understanding, knowing what's best for you, using your third eye, navigating with your psychic powers. Because I know you fire signs out there, you guys are super gifted. The World card comes in, and it really has this acknowledgement about what has transpired, what's in your best interest and what's not in your best interest, Aries. There are things that need to transform. Things can't always be peachy peachy. We're moving into a space of balance, and sometimes we have to let go of situations and people, experiences that happened, and let the universe bring in what's meant for us rather than being in this space of hostilities. You've got to walk away. It's time to walk away from that energy. Whether you're with them or not, Aries, no more. It's time for you to recognize how much you deserve. Again, we have a counterpart here. That was a woman. This is male. It could be 2 males, 2 females. It's a couple. There's a couple showing up in this read that have some money. Or there might be a situation after, really soon after, someone walks away, that the universe creates an opening and you build an empire with someone else. Just the same way, but this time's a little bit more higher integrity, Aries. And that's what I'm kind of seeing here. Woo, all right. So some cards flew out here. There's going to be victory in the future. This is what's going down. You're getting into a place of balance. You were unsettled in that old relationship. There were things that transpired that really, really needed to be looked at. They kept you from things. It's time to walk away. Second chakra comes in with Archangel Ariel and says, recognize who you are and what's in your best. We've got all these angels showing up here. Fifth chakra, Archangel Gabriel. Passivity is no longer. The throat chakra is open. That's what Gabriel brings in. And then the healer of the ages, you attuning to the fact that you are intuitive and that you have gifts, and that those gifts have been, look, suppressed because of that relationship. And now 7th chakra, Archangel Uriel says it's time for you to walk your divine path. And that person that was in the past is not in alignment. They're not on your path. That's why that stuff failed. Okay? It's hard for us to accept those things, Aries. And I know, even though we're like, but I love them, we had something magical. You've got to let go of that, because when it fades out, it leaves the situation. It's not supposed to be anymore. And it's so hard for us because we get so wrapped up in these people that it's almost like codependent. We can't live without them. But I think what the whole point here, Aries, is like, you can't live without the feeling of how they made you feel. Listen to Spirit. It says, I am a clear channel for messages from Spirit. You have to listen to this, Aries. This is your spiritual journey of enlightenment. This is where you rise above everything and you become graceful in your own right. Maybe somebody in the past, maybe the situation that you were in, they got all the glory and you just had to sit back and watch. It's time for you to shine, Aries. I don't know what you're doing. Don't let them hold you back anymore. Follow your bliss. It says, my soul sings with joy. Of course it does, Aries, because that's what you're doing now. Finding yourself, acknowledging that you are something special. Just don't feel like that person's words from the past really helped you. It's time for you to start manifesting your dreams and get out of that other space with that person. And even if you're separated from that person, or even if there's no communication, there's still energy there that keeps coming up. You got to deal with it, Aries. It's going to keep coming up. So that's my advice to you, is just make sure that you cut the cord. Really cut the cord and say, hey, I need something in my life that's more in alignment with me. Universe will make things show up when you least expect. Exceeding expectations, it says, I soar into excellence. Yeah, and I think that's this point of where you're at right now. Manifesting dreams, cultivating prosperity, flying solo, flying free. Time for you to unfold flower. Just saying, Aries. Just saying. Sometimes we got to look past what we think we need and let the universe bring in what we want. First, we have to let go. It says, I surrender joyously to the ebbing and flowing of life. Yep. And I think that's the case here, Aries. I really, really do. Let's see what you're trying to manifest at this point. See what kind of emotions we are dealing with here, Aries. Oof. Cards pop out all of a sudden. Yep. Everything you need, your courage, your strength, compassion, and love, everything you need is already within you. Of course it is, Aries. You'll meet your soulmate when the time is right. This is healing time for you. Okay, Aries? It's total healing time. It says, let things come and go. Stay calm. Don't let anything disturb your peace, and carry on. I'm going to second that. All right, let's get into some tarot cards, well, oracle cards, I must say, that I created, and hopefully these will be in print. I know I keep saying that. I'm trying to work out some things right now. So it would be best right now for us to just get the messages, right, Aries? All right. My cards are a little on the weird side, and sometimes they are very to the point. So if they are, just sit with the information. It's not always going to be the best. Sometimes it is. You never know. But I think this is a good start here. Financial abundance. That's what's coming in here, Aries. Stop playing with my heart. Now, this is you understanding that this financial abundance is not going to come in if you got the toxicity still there. That's the block. That's why the universe is like, I'm going to wake you up, use your intuition, got some psychic powers. You need to start over with yourself. It says, let's start over. That's you and your higher self. Look, you need a new plan. And don't lie to me. And I think that's you lying to yourself about what this situation was all about. Okay? It says, can't wait to have you in my arms again. Okay? I think this is really talking about somebody that's toxic possibly could come back into the scene when you're looking good and shining and doing your thing, Aries. New living arrangements. Yeah, I do. I see you pulling away from them right now and moving in a different direction. Time for you to take that leap onto your own spiritual journey. And for those of you, Aries, that have been taken care of in the past financially, well, I think it's time to get a job. It says, do you love me still? This is your old pattern self coming through. Let go of that nonsense. It's not going to do anything but harm you. You've got some more positive things moving in the past. Look, let's start a business. This is you starting over, doing better, doing good without them. Why did you leave? Yeah, this person's going to try to manipulate you a little bit here. And I think you need to pull yourself away from that energy altogether. You know, it's like beating the bag. It's like, how many times do we beat the bag till the bag breaks? I think the bag has broken. I love you. This is you and your higher self saying, love yourself. All right, you guys. Let's go into some tarot here and see what we've got in store here with that. Dive in a little bit deeper as to, you know, what is that feeling that's happening with you right now, Aries? Are you in a good state of mind? Are you peaceful? Are you happy? Where are you? Because I think at this time, you know, there's this uncertainty, this non-knowing that is putting you in a state of fear all the time. You're going to have to crawl out of that hole. Start there. Judgment. So there might be some situations here where you might find yourself judging yourself or judging other people or watching other people's situation and it being, you know, reminiscing about the past in their situation. Got to let go of the stuff. The sun comes in and brightens things up. Now, I do see you moving into a better situation with yourself, really doing some self-care, some self-love, really allowing yourself to have a higher understanding of really what is for you and what's not. This is regretting the past, Four of Cups, being sad about the past, you know. Also, you filling your own cup up now after the situation. Queen of Swords allows us to light and shine our own light and take a different perspective. Page of Cups brings in a more positive energy. I really kind of feel like there's a person that's going to come into your life, Aries, and they're going to be kind of, you know, like you guys are starting over, they're starting over. I think they're going to be some type of match like that. Like you guys are building an empire together and you're not in a place where, you know, somebody has more money than the other. I think you're both in a place where, you know, you've had heartbreak and betrayal in the past, both in your lives, and there's been a lot of mirrors here that kind of shows that perspective. And so you guys are starting over. I think you're healing on your own, and that's going to bring a lot of really beautiful light to the relationship here. Three of Swords, you know, we all also need to understand that, you know, things need resolution, and when we get into that place, it allows us to upgrade ourselves. We start thinking more positive thoughts. Queen of Cups comes in and rules the day. You know, I say rules the day, goes into a place of calm. We got the Knight of Wands bringing in this new energy of movement. Eight of Pentacles, planning diligently about what's to conspire, and you sitting in a higher place within yourself in this Emperor energy. Ace of Cups gives you the insight to understand and delegate what's to come. What are you going to plan? Universe is asking you not to take on too much right now and not to feel like you're a prisoner within your own thoughts. Time to settle in a different space where you can acknowledge your higher powers and use this third eye chakra. We've got an awakening here with this Tower card, resolving trauma from the past. Aries, this is positive. Two of Swords, bringing in that insight. I think in meditation is really where you're going to get a lot of answers right now, Aries. And I think that it's really hard for you to kind of calm your mind because you keep thinking about that situation from the past. Now let's see what emotionally we're dealing with on a love space. You know, I think it's just difficult when we're trying to get over someone. We can't get over them. It's like their energy keeps reappearing in our mind and we feel this toxicity. And, you know, I think sometimes we get this delusional mind after the breakup that something positive is going to transpire after it's been so toxic. And that's an illusion. Doesn't happen like that. Once it's got its toxicity flavor, well, it's really hard to cover up that flavor. So, transformation has to happen. Your relationship with one another is about to deepen. Love conquers and transforms all things. This is you guys loving each other enough to say, okay, we're toxic together. We've got to move on from the situation and we can't keep intermingling in this partnership. Time is on your hands. If you're trying too hard right now, you've got to give it time to heal, go alone, maybe go into nature, go camping by yourself, deal with your sadness so you can prevail, so you can move past all this hurt and pain. You've got a lot of things to manifest. It's time to accept what has happened. says acceptance is a key to inner peace. At times we must accept things as they are. There's no point trying to change that which is beyond our control. And then we move over to the past is now behind you. Release it and embrace new possibilities. A new path is now available to you. Follow it with faith. And I second that. Aries, if you want to go a little bit deeper into this and really get a personalized reading, all my information is down there in that description box below on how to book a reading soon. Only a small window that I will be doing readings, so get in on that. I do have an $88 deal as well. So if you guys like the video, please give it a like. Make sure you share it and subscribe to the channel so you'll be notified when my new videos do come up. I'm rooting for you, Aries. Things are going to work out, I promise you, but you've got to have a little faith, and things take time. So trust the universe. It's going to respond to your very heart's desire. All right, Aries, love you so much. Thank you so much for allowing me to do your reading. Namaste.